Hey guys, it's Kina, and today I'm going to be continuing Thousand Year Blood War Arc Part 3, Episode 12. And last episode we had Shunsui and a little bit of backstory with him and Nanao and, his brother and his sister-in-law, who's Nanao's mother. Like, you guys know my whole feelings about the Gote 13 and how I mentioned it upsets me just thinking about how much loss there is already, and especially with characters like Shunsui and Ukitake. They are the last ones of their generation. Well, Shunsui now is the only one, I guess, who's left, but I just hate seeing old people die. And I know, because they look so young, it just makes it easier to forget that they are really, really old and have lived really long lives. So just getting reminded basically about how everybody's slowly leaving one by one is upsetting to me. So that's where I'm at with that whole thing. But anyways, let's just get right into this. If you don't already know, I do have a Patreon where you can get access to all my full-length reactions. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, follow my Twitch and Instagram, and let's just jump right into episode 12 of TYBW Part 3. Ooh. Bosby? Okay, well, now I know why the title is called Friend, because I couldn't really recognize who the voice was at the end during the poem thing, and some of you told me it was Bosby speaking. I feel like that this is such an interesting relationship. Bosby and Yugram being friends is like not on my bingo list, you know what I'm saying? Anyways. Oh my god, wait, I don't know why this is making me like super excited. Like, there's history here, so I'm excited to learn more about the history of them. There's already this tension, so okay, let's go. Oh. He's dressed like a Roman soldier. Hmm. Is that the uncle? Oh no, that gave me bad vibes. Ooh. Yuha, what on earth? He's so young.
ユーゴーと出会って半年、俺の一族が住んでいた小さな城は焼け落ちた。焼いたのはユーハバッハ、不思議な力を使って北の領地を牛耳る化け物。知ったことかよ。ユーハバッハを殺すぜ、ユーゴー。おめえの森も焼かれたろ。おじさんは焼け死んだよ。そうか。
I'm sorry, I'm just like out of all the people who have grown up together, I still can't believe Bosby and Ugram are those people, you know?
俺たちはどちらから言い出すでもなくユーハバッハの側近となって奴を殺そうと決めていた。バカか、俺がいるだろうが。これは俺とお前二人の復讐なんだ。そうすりゃすぐにできるようになる。
そうだね。
失礼ながら陛下、もはや制圧すべき場所など存在しません。次に制圧するのはソウルソサエティだ。新たな力を持ってせねばかなわぬだろう。シュテルンリッター。
ユーゴーにクイーンシーの才能はなかった。
Oh my god, he really is pretty.
昔は何十年かに一人クイーンシーが生まれていたこと、そういうクイーンシーは不全のものとして幼いうちに間引かれていたこと、そういうクイーンシーももう何百年と生まれていない。ユーゴーと組んでもユーハバッハを殺すのに人にもならないだろうと感じていた。才能のなさを補おうと俺よりも必死に剣と弓に打ち込むユーゴーをどうしても見捨てることができなかった。そしてその日がやってきた。
ソウルソサイティへの侵攻を果たすべく設立される栄誉ある騎士団である。
旗を見つけて追いかけてきたけど大ニュースだね、バズ。
行くぞユーゴー。そのシュテルンリッターってのに入隊希望だ。
試験は後日だ。貴様のごときポンコツを通すほど広きもんではないがな。
Why do you sound like Levi Ackerman?
腕を見せりゃいいんだろ。だったら勝負しようぜケンペイさん。
You've got a lot of balls doing this. Oh my goodness, he's either really brave or really stubborn.
死なねば己の無力もわからぬ。
仲間の伝令がユーハバッハ様にそう伝えてくれるだろうぜ。あいつの冷圧で俺たちみんなひざまずかされてんのかよ。
私は探し物を拾いに来たのだ。私の右腕となる
Huh.
目が探してるのはこの俺だ。
Is Ugram affected by this? Yeah, so he's not affected by this.
我が半身よ。
My other half. Yeah, because like as the scene was going, I was like, they weren't showing Ugram, and I was like, Ugram is not affected by his presence at all.
我が側近としてシュテルンリッターに入る。
僕たちがずっとなりたかったもの。
二人で側近になってユーハバッハを殺すはずだった。俺には才能があった。お前にはなかった。それがなんでお前なんだよユーゴ。
なんでそんな目で見るの？どうして一緒に喜んでくれないの？僕にはクイーンシーの才能なんてほとんどないんです。なんかよりあそこにいるバズの方がずっとふさわしいと思います。
お前はまだ自らの力が何であるかを知らぬ。お前は私と同じ分け与える力を持つクイーンシー。私は与えた力を育てさせ力を得たが、お前はそれすらもできぬ。赤毛の子供よ。お前は自分の力が増していくのを感じていたはずだ。
Interesting.
それが自分の力だと思っていたか。
頑張れユーハバッハ。
Ugram is gorgeous. Wow.
我々が戦っても何一つ陛下に利することはない。
その陛下を殺しに来てんだぜ。バザードブラック。
Did he just pull out the government name?
シュテルンリッター内での死闘は禁じられている。いくらけしかけてこようとお前と戦うつもりはない。 入団したての新入りに絡まれるとは災難だったな。
Oh my goodness. That is so Levi, right? That is so his voice. Hoshi Kamiya something. I'm so sorry, I forgot his voice actor. But that is him, right? That's his voice. It sounds like him.
治らぬ無礼を私が叩き直してやるとしよう。あんなもののために死ぬつもりですか。見ている者がいなければ陛下といえど知る由もなし。私が見ていますよ。
Mm-hmm.
3年かけて俺がシュテルンリッターへの入団を果たした時、お前は俺の挑発をかわし続けた。どれだけ俺が噛みついても、絶対に俺と戦おうとはしなかった。俺はまだお前に負けちゃいねえ。まだ。悔しいもんだと思ってたぜ。
お前今日から俺の子分な。わかんねえことは全部俺が教えてやる。
最強のクイーンシーになろうぜ、
ユーゴ。
痛みはない。その天秤から目をそらせぬこと以外。
Okay, guys, that was my reaction to episode 12 of Thousand Year Blood War Arc Part 3. I really enjoyed that episode. Just because of the backstory they had. I already like that there's an established relationship here where, you know, they were really close when they were younger. And then it's just complicated, like, feelings, especially from Bosby's side. Okay, so I say especially Bosby, but then as I'm looking back and rewatching this episode, I'm like, you know what, wait. Ugram has a lot of complicated feelings too. It's just that this episode was just very Bosby focused, so we didn't really see much of Ugram's inner thoughts, except for that one moment that we did where he's like, holy shit, what the hell do I do? And like he's like looking at his friend and being like, why are you looking at me like that, right? Yeah, he definitely has a lot of feelings regarding Bosby and also just his goals. And also I feel like Yuha, you know, saying that he needs him definitely made him very conflicted, because this whole time he's just like, I don't have any abilities, I can't do the stuff that you do, Bosby. But then Yuha coming in, choosing him and making him feel like he's not pathetic after all is like, that's definitely going to spark some conflict within you. And it also kind of makes me want to go back to Ishida a bit, because throughout my whole watch for the Thousand Year Blood War, I've been saying and asking rhetorically, what's he feeling in this moment and what does he think about this whole situation? And it's like I feel like there's a bit of a parallel between Ugram and Ishida, like the fact that they were both chosen by Yuha to be by his side, and also their own respective relationships, you know, with Bosby and Ichigo, and also their personal goals. Because I don't know what the hell Ugram is gonna do now, right? And I also don't know what Ishida's gonna do, so there's definitely a parallel here. It's pretty cool to actually see. It also does make me question a bit when there's moments where Ugram is staring at Ishida. It's definitely like, what are you thinking about, Ugram, when you're looking at Ishida in this position? Are you seeing yourself? What are you thinking about? Tell me. Let me know. I feel like Ugram being the one to bring Ishida in is like, how does that make you feel, Ugram? You know? Like, if this whole time I was asking myself, how do you feel, Ishida? Right now, I'm like, what about you, Ugram? How do you feel? I really enjoyed the friends to enemies relationship they had. But like I said before, I know I'm repeating myself. Bosby and Ugram being the ones who were close to each other, those two characters, just their personality types, it's so interesting to me. And I mean, if you've been here before, or if you haven't been here before, I am really interested in just character studies. So if I could write a whole essay about just them and their dynamic, I would love to do that. I just really love to analyze dynamics with different personalities. So I guess that's why they're so interesting to me. Like, their friendship was definitely something I was not expecting, you know? So anyways, moving on, we have the Quincy's. Like, I mean, do correct me if, you know, if I'm wrong and stuff. The Quincy's are humans, right? It's not like they're a whole different species, right? They are humans who just happen to have these powers, right? I also asked that because just the town that they were living in, you know, obviously because the Quincy's are very much German represent however you say it. They're very much German inspired. Funnily enough, you know, when I heard that man Hubert's voice, and I was like, is that Levi Ackerman's voice? It was just funny how the coincidence, you know, like, it just reminded me of Attack on Titan, you know, the town itself. Actually, you know, it's funny thinking about it because compared to Attack on Titan, the soldiers in this one feel a lot more patriotic. Is that the right word? I don't know. The soldiers in Attack on Titan definitely, you know, felt that way as well. But this anime, I feel like the Stern Ritters are very, like, yes, you know, like, I think the reason why I think the Stern Ritters are more like that is because of their uniforms. Maybe, you know, with the hat, you know, and with their capes and everything. I think maybe that's why. You know what? I also think it's just because they're antagonists in this show. You know, they're not like the soldiers in Attack on Titan where we are on their side because they were the protagonists. So maybe that's why there's more of a negative connotation here to the Stern Ritters than to the scouts in Attack on Titan. But anyways, I just needed to ask that question again about them being humans. It's just very interesting looking at this whole anime and the amount of people who, you know, who are really old. It's like sometimes you forget that they can die because of how long they've lived. That's my problem, I guess. Yeah, so Bosby was I'm guessing he was from a noble family because they said his father was a lord. He was of a high status. And what was his name? Bazard Black? That is his name? That is one hell of a name. Is Yugram also from a noble family? Because I guess the reason why he lives with his uncle now is because they thought he didn't have any powers, but his power is that he gives powers to other people. I just love flashback episodes so much. So next episode we'll have a Yugram focus episode. We're definitely gonna get more into his head because I think the problem is with Yugram, I can't really read him. He's very stoic. He's there. Like, his face is just like that, you know? So if we get to learn more about what he's thinking about, just his whole outlook, his whole perspective on this whole situation, I think I'll be very excited for that. Because just learning that they were both done wrong by Yuha in technically the same way, their families getting wiped out and stuff, and both of them growing up together, wanting to take revenge, wanting to kill Yuha. So I guess my question now is just like, because we don't really know what Yugram is thinking right now, does he still feel the same way? I don't know. Them showing his relationship with his uncle, a weird relationship. I don't know if we'll learn more about that. There's 2 more episodes, right? There's 2 more episodes to this. So is this going to end on a Yugram kind of arc? Don't answer that, because I mean, you guys probably don't know, or maybe you do. If the manga goes like this, but that's just something I'm speculating. Like, maybe this will end on a Yugram arc. What if Yugram kills Yuha? What if that happens? It might be too early for that, so maybe not. Because at this point in time, I'm like, how the hell are we gonna defeat this man? This man has been, you know, building up power and power and power again and again. And it's like, how do you defeat a man this powerful? So before the video ends, you guys, I've been trying to record this part for like at least 10 times because my thoughts, holy shit, they are all over the place. I clearly have a lot of things to say about Yuha. He's a very, very interesting character. I love it when characters like this, villains, provoke this much emotion and thought into me, because I'm like, holy shit, you are so interesting to look at, so interesting to analyze. So anyways, Yuha, I've said it in previous videos, I can sympathize with his character, but to an extent. There comes a point where I'm like, what the hell are you doing? So yeah, basically the reason why I sympathized with Yuha is because his race was done wrong. I understand the hurt he felt by that, especially, you know, because his father is the Soul King, the father of all fathers, right? You know, the Soul King not doing anything to prevent his race from being wiped out. It was like, yeah, I understand why you are doing what you're doing. But then you also have to ask yourself, you, the Quincy's, you were killing off hollows, a species, and it was all just because the hollows were a weakness to your race. I have to emphasize, I do not condone what the Soul Society did to the Quincy's. Like, I understand it was for the balance of the worlds, but a genocide on a race, I don't fuck with that. So Yuha being in this position is very, very interesting, because it comes to a point where you want to create true peace, sure, but you are killing your own people. You know, I feel like at this point you are no better than Soul Society. And you know what they say, whenever you view yourself as a god, things will not end well. Learn from Light Yagami. At this point, you're just being a hypocrite. You're no better. You're insane. Your race being wiped out, to me personally, is not a justification as to why you're committing violence against your own people and society. I just very much love how such a gray area this is. Like, he truly is an interesting character to analyze. Anyways, this is a really, really fun episode. I really enjoyed it. I can't wait for the next 2 episodes. I think we're gonna get them on the same day, right? 2 episodes in one day. So if that's true, I'm so stoked. And once again, if you don't already know, I do have Patreon where you can get access to all my full-length reactions. And if you do like this video, give it a thumbs up, follow my Twitch, my Instagram, and I'll see you guys in the last 2 episodes of part 3. Can this not end? Like, seriously, can't this just go on and on? I'm begging.